Hello and welcome back to Their Diaries, Abikeola. I have to be honest, I've been thinking a lot lately about relationships and the mark that they leave on our lives. Sometimes it's a deep lesson, while other times it's a hilarious memory, right? And some other times too, it's just the moment that changes the way that we see the world. As I was reflecting on all of this, I had an idea for something new, a content segment called The Diary of the Exes. And I want to talk to people willing to share their experiences with their exes. And I will even share some of my own, right? Because the truth is, we all have those relationships that change the way that we see the world. For me, my relationship with Gbenga ticks all the boxes. He taught me about joy, but also about the difference between a party and a purpose. I want to share a story about him that has a bit of everything. Now, let's start with the good. Gbenga was the life of every room. He had a way of finding a reason to celebrate anything, a new week, a sunny day, or a good grade on a test. His favorite thing to do was what he called Surprise Friday. This was new to me, and I always found it intriguing. He would come over with a plate of jollof rice from our favorite local spot, and we would sit on the floor and talk for hours. As simple as it may be, it was always fun period for both of us, especially when we ate together from one single plate. The fun of using his spoon to hit mine when I wanted to quickly pick the biggest meat was fun. But sometimes too, he would allow me to take the last piece of meat as a sign of love, right? He made me feel like every ordinary day was special just because we were in it together. It was his way of saying, you are enough reason to celebrate. Now, let's move to the bad. Every good side, we always have opposite side, right? Our relationship eats a snack when it came to ambition. My goal was to build my own business, which meant long nights and lots of planning. Gbenga's motto was to live for today. He saw my hard work as a rejection of his spontaneous lifestyle. Gbenga had an attitude of not having rigorous plan about anything at all. But when he saw me paying attention to the list of details, he saw it as a waste of time. The frustration came to a head when I had a huge deadline. I had been off for 2 days straight, and he showed up with a group of friends for a surprise party, complete with music and loud laughter. Sometimes I feel he did it to take me away from what I actually love to do, so that I would fit into his own lifestyle. He didn't understand why I could drop everything. Why I couldn't drop everything, I mean to say. The core issue wasn't the party for me. It was that we had completely different dreams. He was focused on celebration and I was focused on the building. Sometimes I wonder how he cared less about basic things that are needed to build a future. Now let's talk about the hilarious. Let's talk about the most unforgettable moment that happened at his cousin's wedding. I was trying to navigate the bustling crowd, right? And I tripped, falling face first into a giant bowl of cake. The whole room went silent. It was a spectacle of sticky cake. Then, from the other side of the room, I heard Gbenga's unmistakable laugh. My boyfriend was the only one in that space that laughed, while others showed some form of empathy. He walked over, didn't say a word, just took a napkin and wiped cake from my forehead. He whispered, "Don't worry, my love. You just made the celebration more memorable." In that moment, surrounded by a mess, I understood that while our goals were different, we both knew how to find humor in the life most awkward moments. In the end, we went our separate ways, but Gbenga lesson stayed with me. He taught me that while hard work is important, so is the simple art of living and celebrating the presence. Now I trying to find little of surprise Friday in every week. Is the truth I'm still learning to live by. You know, this story isn't mine. This story was shared with me by a dear friend. These and many others had inspired me to create this new segment. I want to hear from you. Have you ever had relationship that changed you? What lesson did you learn? Please drop a comment below and send me a message I can't wait to hear your stories. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Bye for now.